put a whole clip into somebody
Friendly Oracle
and
online.
hit them, and then all of a sudden they died like a minute later. Holy. Oh my god.
Enemy ground jammer spotted.
Oh my god, what the heck is going on? What the heck kind of bull crap is that?
Hey, Judgment Awaits. How in the world are you guys doing? Man, I have wanted to get this video out for quite some time and just have not been able to, just because of where I'm at. And you could probably tell from that opening video, man, I've just been kind of frustrated in my life with some things, and gaming has been one of those frustrations and one of those things causing some frustrations in my life. And this isn't a slam on Call of Duty Ghost, though Call of Duty Ghost does have this effect on me here lately. It just makes me want to rage and everything like that. But I think that has to do with more what's going on in my life. So just kind of wanted to share some things, update you on some things, and just let you know where I'm at and everything like that. And I do want to apologize for the language I probably used in that opening clip, and I don't want to be in that place, but I've just been in a bad place, a bad state of mind, and so I've had to take a step back from gaming, and I kind of have given up gaming pretty much for 2 weeks. I've played very sparsely, here or there, but for the most part I knew I just needed to take a step back. I've also taken a step back from YouTube, as you can obviously tell, and that's what I wanted to apologize for, because I should have given you this video telling you this, but I just couldn't motivate myself to make a video because YouTube has been frustrating me. And it has to do with, you put all this hard work into YouTube and you expect these results and they don't come, and so you're like, what am I doing wrong? What's going on? It can just eat at you, especially when you have friends around you that are doing well and you're seeing the success that they have. Kingdom Soldier, man, dude is blowing up, going crazy, up at 25,000 subscribers, man. Hats off to you, KS. But it's a little bit frustrating, a little bit hard to see your friends doing so well, and I tell you what, I knew from day one that Kingdom Soldier was gonna pass me up. In fact, I think I told him before we even had like 1,000 subscribers, I was like, KS, I can really just tell that you are gonna do well in this. I know the Jesus Freak, I know Godly Disciple, I know Till I Collapse, all these guys are gonna do super well. I know eventually all these guys are gonna pass me up, but it's still hard on the ego. You know what I'm talking about? There's some jealousy that comes into place. The thing that eases that is that these guys are awesome guys. They're humble. They don't shove it in your face. They're not, doing it the wrong way. Some people kind of play the YouTube game where they suck up to you and try to get you to shout them out and do all these other things, and then when they start doing well, they just kind of leave you alone and don't talk to you anymore. They're like these YouTube vampires, but these guys are not like that. So I'm happy for these guys, but like I said, just a little bit hard on the ego on my end when I'm struggling, as of late, to get the views and everything like that. But it's not about the views, right? And that's where my focus has come off. I've been focusing way too much on numbers. I'm kind of like the pastor that probably watches the church attendance instead of looking at the fruit that comes out of things. I've been watching too much the likes that I'm getting, the views that I'm getting, the subscribers that I'm getting, how many subscribers are unsubscribing from me, and focusing too much on that instead of looking at what's most important. So because of that, I had to step back, and I'm still having to step back. I just got to get the right mindset and remember why I started doing YouTube and what's behind all of that. But besides YouTube frustrating me, besides gaming frustrating me, I've also been frustrated with work. I have this job where I work at where it used to be like 3.5 people in my office, and we're down to 1.5 people because of the economy and because of everything else. So now that we're down to 1.5 people, I have to do a lot more. And ever since that, for like the last 5 years, and having to really step up and do all this stuff, I've asked my boss, hey, can I get a raise? Hey, can I get some extra overtime? And it's always been, no, we don't have the money, we don't have this or that. But then I see other people getting raises, I see other people getting overtime, and I'm just like, what's going on? So as a result of all that, I've been really frustrated and gotten a real bad attitude with work. I don't want to do anything extra. I don't want to do anything beyond what I'm supposed to do or what's in my job description. subscription. And when people ask me to do that extra stuff, I've been like, no, I don't want to. And like I said, I've just had this bad attitude, and that bad attitude is just combined with the frustrations of everything else. And man, I've been taking it out on people that I care about, my wife, my kids, probably yelling at my kids a little bit more than anybody should, and just bringing those frustrations out on them. So I noticed all of this, and I was like, it's time. I just need to get back and get the right focus in on my relationship with Christ, and just kind of go with that and allow that to affect everything else. So that's what I've done. And that's what you got to do sometimes. You just got to pull back from everything and reevaluate and look at what's important. My kids and my wife, besides God, are the most important things. So if gaming or if YouTube and just things that are going on with frustrations with them are going to get in the way or cause some bad things to happen with my wife, I know that I need to lay those things down and just kind of pull back from those things and get refreshed and get refocused. So I did that, still doing that. I'm still not playing as much as I used to. I did get on though and play, and I'm not going to pretend that when I got on everything was good to go after 2 weeks off, because honestly, when I played Call of Duty Ghosts that first night, I was raging, and once again I went right back to that place, that ugly place that I was at. Luckily though, I was with Soldier, and he actually pulled me aside and prayed for me, so really appreciate that. Really appreciate to all my friends with Sakred and all of my friends in the YouTube community, because a lot of you guys have been reaching out for me. A lot of you guys have been praying for me, and I just truly appreciate that. And if you want to say a prayer for me, I'd covet those. I'd covet those prayers right now. And I tell you what, if you want me to pray for you guys about anything, man, that's what I love about YouTube. It's just the interactions and the relationships. Even if you're not a believer, man, you just want to talk to somebody about something, I'm here for you and would love to do that. That's why I do what I do. And speaking of what I do, I am planning on returning to YouTube. I consider this a ministry, and probably one of my main ministries. I want to help people play video games, but more importantly, I want to help them with life and just kind of reach out to them for Christ. I kind of consider myself a gaming missionary, or a missional gamer. I think that's what Kingdom Soldier called it. So I want to do that. I want to be there. I want to impact people's lives. So I'm definitely planning on returning. I'm not sure when. I need to still take some more breaks, get refocused. I'm also approaching ordination. If you don't know what ordination is, basically it's just kind of like the church recognizing your call and commissioning you officially to go out and do that. I've been a pastor for the last 7 years. That's kind of like on-the-job training, and I'll have to go before a board. I usually have to go before a board every couple of years. They just see where you're at and kind of ask you some questions about what you believe. And then right before you get ordained, though, it's going to be a more thorough evaluation. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of theology questions that they're going to ask me about what I believe, which is good. You need to know what you believe and why you believe what you believe and everything like that. But at the same time, it scares me. When you're sitting before 20-some pastors, or however many pastors there are going to be, and they all know so much, I'm sure they're going to be kind to me and everything like that, but it's still scary. So I'd appreciate if you give me some prayers on that. Also, too, right at about the same time, I'm going to be going before a personnel board regarding what I was talking about with my work. Basically, I had to file a grievance and kind of escalate some things, and I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not looking forward to this, going before this board and having to explain everything, but I just really feel like that I need to do this. And regardless of what happens, I'm just going to trust God. Maybe God is moving me out of the public sector and into full-time ministry. I don't know what's going to go on, but I'm just going to trust him with this. And I know I need to do something, because this attitude that I have at work is just not the best attitude. And I guess regardless of what happens, I need to change that attitude. And watch this moment coming up here. See that guy that just tubed right there? Luckily, I had on flak jacket, but I took some damage for you, and I'm going to have a little deja vu moment if you watch my one video where I was going for a chem strike, but you have to watch the end of this video. But, if you want to pray for me on that, I would really appreciate that as well. But I think that's about it that I'm going through. It seems like a lot of things just hit me all at once, or maybe not all at once. I think I did a video on struggling when I first started encountering these things probably like 6 months ago, and it seems like ever since then it's just gotten more and more stuff piled on. But I tell you what, I'm going to keep on trusting God. Romans 8:28, I know there is a reason for the things that I'm going through. I know God is going to be able to do something with these things and just increase my faith. So I'm just going to hang on to that no matter what happens. And I tell you what, I'm blessed to have a wife who is very supportive, very helpful. You know, I tell you what, never do a video on integrity though that your wife actually hears you do, because she's going to call you on it left and right. So, but no, just kidding. You know, my wife has been very supportive, very helpful. And like I said, my brothers and sisters with Sakred have been there for me. Man, I really appreciate you guys. You know, people think that you can't have good relationships with people that you meet online. But I tell you what, some of the best relationships that I have in my life right now are people that I have never met in person, just met online. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. But that's all I got for you. This is about the time where you're going to see the deja vu moment, or I guess I should say the SMH moment. If you remember my chem strike, or I was just about to get that chem strike and something happens to me, yes, something very similar is going to happen in this video. So I'm going to let that play out though. As always though, take care and God bless.
Oh, come on. Fall damage. Gotta be kidding me.